I'm Terry, and this is Tea with Terry, where we talk about thoughts, emotions, and actions. So today, I want to talk to you about an action that is going to help you perform better, eat better, show up better with work, have better relationships. This is a key cornerstone to true wellness, and this is sleep. So I am delighted that we're seeing more emphasis put on getting the right amount of sleep and the quality of sleep. So there is this beautiful new language around sleep, and it's called sleep hygiene. And if we think about it, it really is helpful to understand, how do I clean up my sleep habits and get better rest, which results in better performance, better cognitive function, losing weight, all kinds of things that you're going to notice when you get the right quality and quantity of sleep. So first, how much sleep should we be getting? So we really want to see that as we are in midlife and beyond, so 40 to older, we're really looking for about 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. There's really no reason to sleep 9 or 10. That could be your body, but as long as we're consistently getting 7 to 8, I really try 8 hours is kind of my sweet spot, and I can tell it makes a big difference. One of the things to know about the amount of sleep that we can't catch up on sleep. We can't not sleep all weekend, stay out really late, sleep in, and then try to catch up. Or if we've been burning the candle at both ends during the week, sleeping a couple hours on the weekend isn't enough to catch us up. There's really no such thing as catching up on sleep. So one of the most important things to do is to consider how much sleep you're getting and how you can prioritize the quality and quantity of sleep. So really the quantity of sleep, one of the most important things to do is to go to bed and get up at the same time. Now, this might look challenging if you have a job where you're getting up really early during the week and then you find yourself naturally sleeping in on the weekends, but get as close as you can to that sleep schedule. I was listening to a wellness coach talk that, she prioritizes sleep so much that she makes sure she's like home by 9 o'clock, even if she has an evening out. Now, the occasional switch up in your schedule won't have much impact if you are consistently getting a sleep schedule in place. And so let's talk about sleep hygiene. What are some of the ways that we can improve the quality of our sleep? And let's start with why this is so important. So I want to focus first on our brain health. So we didn't know, as neuroscientists and sleep researchers didn't realize until about 22 years ago, that we actually have a detoxification system in our brain. We know that we have a lymphatic system that helps with detoxification of our body. We talked about this on another Tea with Terry just a short while ago. But we actually have a glymphatic system where our glial cells in our brain shrink, and they allow our brain to slough off dead cells, reduce plaque. All kinds of things happen when we're in this state of REM and deep sleep, including making short-term memories. So when we have found, scientists have found that when we are sleeping versus kind of that restless, wakeful sleep, when we're actually in that deep sleep, our brain is shrinking by up to 60%. And so it makes the glymphatic system so much more effective. So think about how sleep and why it's important to prioritize how sleep is really so critical to preventing dementia, Alzheimer's, other things that can happen in our brain health, and just having that day-to-day cognitive function. You've probably experienced when you've had a shorter amount of sleep or a very restless amount of sleep that your brain function just doesn't seem to be in tip-top shape. So let's talk about some ways to increase the quality of our sleep. So with sleep hygiene comes a few things that we want to pay attention to. So blackout. You want to keep your room as dark as possible. We are exposed to so much light, and this interferes with our natural hormones of melatonin and cortisol. So cortisol is the hormone that helps us wake up in the morning. Melatonin helps us sleep. And when we have ambient light in our room, when the room is not pitch black, we find that we're sleeping less deeply, we're more wakeful and restless. And you might be saying, well, what if I am not, what if I wear an eye mask? We actually have light receptors in our skin, so we can even be absorbing more light than we realize or being affected by ambient light, even when we are covering up our eyes. So we really want to keep our room as dark as possible. And what do we mean by dark? You can't see your hand in front of your face. So we actually have a blackout curtain in my bedroom, and it's fantastic. And I actually am really bizarre that when I travel, I take like black electrical tape, because often you'll find there's light switches and, the microwave is blinking or something and you can't turn it off in a hotel room. Black electrical tape works really well. So the other thing we want to talk about is getting your cell phone out of the bedroom, not having it right next to your head. One, you will not be exposed to any electromagnetic fields that come from your cell phone. You'll also not be disrupted during the night by a notification or an alarm going off, whatever might happen. And you're going to reduce the amount of light that might be emitted from that device. And so that's really helpful to think about just putting your phone in the other room. And think about kicking your friends out of the bedroom when it comes to your pets. Pets on the bed can increase our core body temperature. That's one of the things we want to pay attention to when it's time to sleep. So let's talk about exercise. The best time to exercise is in the morning, because evening exercise can raise that core body temperature, and that means we're not sleeping as well as we can. It takes time for our core body temperature to drop, and so try working out in the morning to get the best sleep. We need exercise to help us sleep. So this is a win-win. Exercising can help us sleep. Sleeping will help us with better workouts. It really is such a healthy way to prioritize sleep. So they actually did a study with chronic insomniacs, and they had radical improvement in sleep when they added a consistent exercise routine. They saw the most beneficial results at about the 2-week mark. So implementing this morning time exercise can help you sleep better that night. Maintain a healthy weight. So one of the things that's fascinating is that because of the way hormones kick in at night and the way that hormones work, we actually can lose weight while we're sleeping. We also want to be careful that maintaining a healthy weight is important to the quality of our sleep. We now see, you probably know, people who are overweight and carrying too much weight. They might end up on a CPAP machine. And when they reduce the excess weight, when they lose weight and keep it off, often you'll find that the breathing difficulties they were having, that obstructed airway, goes away or is greatly reduced. So maintaining a healthy weight can be really beneficial for sleep, and getting good quality sleep can help us lose some of that weight. So one other trick when it comes to the way our hormones naturally work around sleep is try not to eat 90 minutes before bedtime. Actual eating actually spikes our cortisol, and we're doing the work of digestion when we should be doing the rest and sleeping. So let's see what else I have for you. Get morning light. So pay attention to getting out in natural sunlight to help your body recognize that balance of cortisol in the morning and melatonin at night. So we want to reduce our exposure to lights in the evening, start dimming lights, and in the morning we want to get natural sunlight as early as possible. The studies tell us that between 6 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. is the best time. Your retinas will actually absorb that natural light, and that helps us with our cortisol production, wakes us up, and restores that natural rhythm that helps us get that really powerful sleep and wake cycle going. So again, one of the most important things you could do for overall health is to prioritize sleep. And now I want to offer you something unique that you can take advantage of to help learn more about deep rest. So I have a book study that's coming up. It's starting this week, and we are going to be discussing burnout, how to unlock the stress cycle. And certainly when we're stressed, it's going to impact sleep. And so all of this is super relevant. And this time in this book study, I have a fellow coach, Pamela Price, coming into our book study series. She's going to take over and do a bonus session one evening, and she is going to talk about deep rest, how we get spiritual, emotional, physical, mental rest. And we're going to actually get to practice some of the things we've been learning in burnout as we work toward this yoga-induced state of natural rest and learn more about how to create this beautiful ebb and flow of sleep and wake and restoration and true wellness. So I am going to link all of the information in the email that comes out with this video, and you will be able to find out more about how to join us in burnout. I'd love to have you come into this small group. We do a book study, and we're going to do this really special deep rest session with my friend Pamela. All right, that's T for Terry for today. Go get some quality sleep. Let me know how it goes for you.